communist propaganda house.
Another Saigon moment. Chaotic scenes at Kabul International Airport. There's no security. Yeah, a Shia dissident was, you know, murdered under suspicious circumstances in Canada recently, actually. Who knows how that happened? So, this is the fucking guy. Yeah, I know. That's the guy we're going to look at in a little bit. I want to show a little bit more, though, before we get there. Okay.
Chinook helicopters could be seen taking off and landing near the US Embassy as the emergency evacuation gets underway, and a heavy Afghan security presence lines the streets of the capital, which holds out as the government's last bastion, insurgents inching ever closer.
Recently, life has become difficult for people. People worried about the way Taliban treat us before and now. We just want peace.
Kabul's the final destination in the Taliban's lightning offensive. In just over a week, taking all major cities. The Taliban's white flag now flying over places like Herat. And as the Taliban approaches the capital, many are desperate to escape. This airport processing centre filled with visa applicants, among those Afghan translators who supported the US military during the nearly two-decade war, now fearful that their relationship with the West could cost them their life.
We serve for the American forces, we serve for the US and ISAF forces, for the coalition forces. They have to take care about us. It is our turn to be helped.
President Biden announcing he'll now rush an additional 1,000 US troops to Afghanistan, bringing the total to 5,000 to help evacuate Afghans who helped the US, as well as US personnel on the ground. This as his administration faces growing criticism for how they handled the withdrawal of troops in the first place.
Most people I've spoken with generally feel as I do, and that is that as much as we'd like us to leave Afghanistan, the way that we're choosing to do it right now is a mistake.
Tom Amenta served in Afghanistan in the early 2000s, now watching in anger and horror as the country's left to crumble.
We are about to cede control to the exact organization that harbored Osama bin Laden and allowed him to plan, coordinate, and execute the attacks of 9/11. Only now they've had 20 years of experience.
Dude, that's insane, dude. They did it. The Taliban didn't do 9/11. What the fuck? We've just completely fucking girl boss gaslit the world into thinking that like literal goat herding pedophile warlords did 9/11. Like, that's insane, dude. What a fucking psychopathic fear-mongering justification for never-ending war. Oh my God.
And now they're going to be in control.
Well,
no, he said they harbored him after Al-Qaeda did 9/11, and then he also implied heavily that, like, now they have more training.
Now seeing a constant flurry of Chinook helicopters heading to the airport. You can always hear the sound of aircraft in the sky. A colleague of mine who was down at the airport recently said you can see lines of buses heading to transport aircraft to try and get US civilians, diplomats working at the embassy, as well as special immigrant visa applicants out of the country. I mean, things have moved so fast. The US thought that it could complete its mission to get people out by the end of the month before anything changed in Kabul. But looking at political developments, it looks like you could see an interim government involving the Taliban long before the US has departed the country. Guys.
Unbelievable how quickly this happened. Ian Panel from Afghanistan, a nation likely on the cusp of Taliban rule. Ian, thank you.
9 months.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks
Eric, and as the situation on the ground in Kabul rapidly deteriorates,
I mean, we've already seen all this. I've watched the Al Jazeera coverage already. It's like all right.
Well, earlier I spoke to Taliban spokesman Suhail Shaheen about what they plan to do now.
Their properties, their lives are safe. There will be no revenge on anyone. We are the servant of the people and of this country.
I'm just gonna casually post this, by the way. It's for no reason other than, I mean, there's probably no reason. I don't know why I'm showing this, but you know. So, no, we're totally valid for maintaining our presence in Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying? Totally valid for 20 years. What's the difference between Al Qaeda and Taliban? They are different fucking. They're different militant groups with different opinions and different ethnic backgrounds, different countries that they're from. They branch out of the same kind of American training. They branch out of like the Mujahideen, okay? But different branches. Unless, you know, you see brown guy, must be the same, brother. Didn't you literally just roast Johnny Harris for using the Guardian? What? You fucking stupid? I literally use the Guardian all the time. Tim J. Dillon?
3 months, baby. Thank you for your show and keep teaching us the truth of this sick world.
What is this? A tribute to the war?
Oh, yeah. We got to do the Afghanistan war. This is...
What? No, dude. I should ban you for just fucking sending me this.
Love people showing interest in world issues, but how about bringing people that serve to give their opinion?
Taliban took over the pool at Chakri prison in Kabul. At the end of the video, you can see the airport and the air traffic control tower where it appears everyone's heading towards, by the way. So the big thing is that they emptied out all the fucking prisons. Okay? Oh, here. I just want to point to something here. I forgot, but this is now a pro-Trump stream.
I'm wondering
and
what
here's
you
why.
think about how the administration thus far has handled it. There's been a lot of talk about the fact that the president wrote that 3-page letter in which he apologized.
Well, I think the same as I've been thinking for the last number of years. What are we doing there? These people hate us. As soon as we leave, it's all going to blow up anyway. And you say, what are we doing there? We're spending hundreds of billions of dollars, trillions of dollars on this nonsense. And the minute we leave, everything blows up, and the worst guy gets it. And let me tell you, the worst one is the one that hates this country the most will end up taking over Afghanistan, and as is going to happen with Iraq, and Iran will end up going into Iraq and getting the oil. What are we doing? We don't have money. We're a debtor nation. We can't build our own schools, and yet we build schools in Afghanistan. I'll tell you, our thinking is so far off. It just shows the leadership of this country. I mean, we just don't have it.
But Donald, you know too that when you ignore Afghanistan, buildings get planes driven into them. So
yeah, dude, totally. Yeah. 9/11 happened because we ignored Afghanistan, dude. Fucking asshole. Oh, these guys are such fucking dipshits, dude.
We can't just ignore that area of the world.
You can do things through intelligence that you don't need, and there's nobody more into the military than me. In fact, if anything, we should increase our military budget because it's obvious the world hates us. But when you look at what's going on over there and the hatred that those people have for this country, I just say, folks, it's time to...
Even when Donald Trump is on the right side of history, which is rare, Fox News somehow finds a way to bring it back up. Fox News is like, hold up, we're going to fuck this up, dude. We're still going to turn around and we're going to find ourselves mathematically on the worst side of history.
Start spending money on the United States. Let's rebuild our own bridges. Let's rebuild our own schools. It's terrible what's going on.
So you're saying get out now?
Well, it's a total lack of respect for this country and for our leadership. And what's going on there is unbelievable after having spent $700 billion.
I mean, that's a...
Yeah, if only Donald Trump spent like a little bit of money. He now spends his waking moments shitting on the fucking infrastructure plan, the bipartisan one and the Democrat one. Mr. We should be spending our money on ourselves. Fucking hates it now. Also didn't do any of that when he was in charge, but you know, hey, it was...
Peepo Poopo, thanks for being here.
Short clip from Vice. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. Hold on.
The sad part is how much time we've been there. Isn't it the longest standing war in American history?
Well, it's many, many years, and it'll go on for many years. And the sad part is, as soon as it ends, and you have those guys sitting back just waiting, as soon as there are other ways of doing it, and it's called through intelligence. But we don't have very much intelligence in this country anymore.
Insert joke here. All right, Donald, let's talk a little bit about this. The price of gas going through the roof. A lot.
It's based and also true. Another 1,000. Wait, is this 6,000 or is this even more? 24 hours after Biden authorized another 1,000 troops to Afghanistan, another 1,000 are on the way, bringing it to a total of 6,000. We are not assuming every inch of the airport is secure, a defense official tells Oren CNN, noting Afghan civilians rushing to the airport.
Enter Afghanistan next. Keep up the good work at Hasanabi.
Flight Tracker 24, when dawn hits, was crazy during daytime today in Kabul. Oh, now U.S. troops are guarding the perimeter at the Kabul International Airport. You're saying move back.
Ram Ranch Cowboys in Kabul.
Guys, another 10 will do it, okay? Another 10 will do it. Why are we broadcasting military movements and giving them heads up?
This is
Offset?
so sad, Alexa, play Fortunate Son.
The U.S. Army aircraft is about to land in Kabul. Isn't that actually, like, can they even hide that? It's a public airport. No. Cleric is joking.
Goes way back.
And Cleric is a combat medic. And I think he's making a point, and the point that he's making is like, it's a show of force, but it's also theater. He DM'd you on Facebook? I don't have a Facebook. Miles from the thread on TRV. Lord Miles?
The United States has consistently followed a policy of non-interference in Afghanistan's internal affairs.
I mean, let's remember here, the people we are fighting today, we funded 20 years ago.
She's right.
And we did it because we were locked in this struggle with the Soviet Union. They invaded Afghanistan.
That's crazy. Why is nobody canceling her, dude? Maybe because she's got shooters.
Peace sign. Kissing face.
There's clearly an agreement with the Taliban for us to do this now. Like, we have a deal to evacuate people, then leave. Yeah, I think so.
And we did not want to see them control Central Asia. And we went to work. And it was President Reagan in partnership with the Congress, led by Democrats, who said, you know what, sounds like a pretty good idea. Let's deal with the ISI and the Pakistani military, and let's go recruit these mujahideen. And let's get some to come from Saudi Arabia and other places, importing their Wahhabi brand of Islam.
Wow, look at that. It's all true. 100% factually correct statement from Hillary Clinton, dude. Hillary, we came, we saw, he died. Ha ha ha, Clinton, dude. She's right. 100% correct on that.
So that we can go beat the Soviet Union. And guess what? They retreated. They lost billions of dollars, and it led to the collapse of the Soviet Union. So there's a very strong argument, which is...
Oh, my God. Never mind. She tied it into... It was a massive success. A very good success for us. Yeah. Led to the collapse of the Soviet Union. Very good that we did all of that. Nothing bad will come of this.
Wasn't a bad investment to end the Soviet Union, but let's be careful what we sow because we will harvest.
Bro, she literally said, I know we fucking brought in our own Wahhabist fundamentalists and like trained them, gave them weapons because we thought they would be able to successfully fight back against the Soviets. But like that shit was tight. She's like, hey, the Soviet Union collapsed, so that was fucking tight, dude. Reaping what we sow? What? It's kind of interesting that she said that. For fuck's sake, that's not what she's saying. Sowing what you harvest. I mean, you know, reaping, sowing what you harvest. Kind of interesting to see that, you know, sounds a lot like, I mean, she's not saying deserved, but